I finally made it back to give you an update on the things that I have done over the past 4 months. Yeah, I know I've been gone a long time, and I feel like I'm brand new at this. I feel like this is my first video, but we're gonna just jump right in, and I'll tell you just briefly what's been going on in my life. Kids moved out December. So the last video I made was November 14th or something like that. The kids got a house about an hour away, and they moved out first part of December. So I am officially actually no longer seeing my baby Cole every day like I was, and that's kind of sad, but they just love their new house and he loves his new house and everything is great. So spent the month of December working on those Christmas stockings that I talked about last time, and I did finish them. I will put a picture of both of the finished stockings at the end because of course I don't have them here with me anymore, so those will be at the end of the video. Let's see, and so then got through Christmas, New Year, and then I just really started cross stitching. I joined another Sal, and so let's see, oh, where should I begin? Where should I begin with these WIPs I'm going to show you? I do have one finish minus about probably 20 little back stitches, but I just have to get it back on the Q-snap and do that. And that is, I finished the Illusive Home of a Needleworker 2, and mine is customized. I changed a lot of the threads. I changed the color of the words, Home and Needlework. Of course, I changed the house to a yellow house because that's what mine is. And then up in the upper, let's see, over, if I can, well, anyway, you see where there's like all the dark windows, and then there's windows with a light shining out of them. That's where I need to do the back stitch to get those windows to be more pronounced. But anyway, I left those windows up there with the light on because that's where I sit and stitch till the wee hours of the morning. I changed the blackbird to a bluebird because we have a lot of blue jays that hang around here. And probably should have put a lot of snow on the ground, but we do have summer, so I didn't do that. But anyway, so that's my basically finished minus 20 back stitches around the windows at the upper and the upper story windows. So that is my first thing. And then I started working. I had a friend who was coming to visit in middle of February, so of course I figure at the beginning of or middle of January, oh, I can just whip this out and get this done before she comes, and it'll be a surprise for her. Well, guess what, I didn't get it done, but I got a good start on it. And what I am doing for her, because she has this thing for flamingos, is the Flamingo Fantasy. And this has been so much fun to work on, and I just love the colors in it. And it's by Vickery Collection. And that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. This is how much I got done. Whoops. Making a mess here. Making a mess. And then I just had to stop because then I had another something to do, or she was coming into town and I didn't want to be working on it when she is here. So it'll now be finished for her birthday, which is in September. Oh, and I'm just trying to get one of my hairs off of it. Oh well, ignore the hair. Anyway, so this is how far I am on it. It is really, really colorful and fun to work on. And seeing these flamingos come to life has been really fun. So that is Flamingo Fantasy by Victory Collection. So, and as you see, I've been spending more than just like a week on things. I just like to work on things until I'm tired of working on them. I think I'm not a process stitcher or a goal stitcher or anything like that. I think I'm just a free range stitcher. I just like wander around and stitch on what I want. So then my next thing was I've been wanting to start this series for a long time, and I have all the patterns for it, but I just never got around to getting it started. I finally got it started, and I have a finish of the first one. The series is the Blackbird Design series of the Beatles, the series of 6. I started working on Yellow Submarine because that will look like the one that was most fun to do. And here is my finish on Yellow Submarine. Let's see if you got that all in there. So that is completely finished, just needs to be framed. Don't know what frames I'm going to put around it because I'm going to do all 6 in the series. So this is Strawberry Fields Yellow Submarine, one of Blackbird Design's Beetle series, Beetle Mania series. And I love it. It was a lot of fun to do. The other 6 in the series are, I'll show you those, Strawberry Fields Forever, and this may be my next start. I probably, between this one and the Eleanor Rigby one. So this is number 9. Another one is Octopus's Garden. And I will be doing this one. I like that one too, so that will be fun. This one is Blackbird, the song Blackbird by the Beatles. This will be a really quick stitch. And then the Long and Winding Road. Probably won't put it on a cover as a box cover like it's shown here, but it's really nice too. I like it a lot. And then the Eleanor Rigby. This is the main one that says Eleanor Rigby, and on the back is another version, and it's the one I like the best, so I will probably do this pink version versus the dark version because I like colors so much. But anyway, those are the 6 in the series from Blackbird Designs called Beetle, I think it's called Beetle Mania. Oh, Magical Mystery Tour series, sorry. The Magical Mystery Tours. And so I will be starting on the next one soon, but I've got other things that I'm in the middle of that I really, really, really want to finish first. So then, as you know, Elena B and a few others, she started this salve, this mushroom salve, and when I saw her show it, it was like I fell totally in love with it. I love mushrooms. I'm a child of the 60s, a hippie child of the 60s, late 60s, 70s, and mushrooms were very popular back then. I think one of my first embroidery pillows was, of course, of the mushroom up there, that one. And so when I saw this, and they're so lifelike and so also dainty at the same time, I thought, okay, I'm going to join that sale. So I did. This is, I started in the middle. Most of the people are starting up on the corner on those orange mushrooms. I decided to start right in the middle of the fabric, and I got that grouping of mushrooms done. Let's see if I can get them all in here. There we go. And not that happy. It was a kit, not too happy with the fabric that came with it, but I mean, it looks good on it, and so I'm happy for that reason. And hopefully I'll be able to get in and do another mushroom set here soon. Not sure which one it'll be, but these are the mushrooms, the mushroom sal. And what I'm more than likely going to do, because here's the set that I did right here in the center, probably go down to these because there's so much color in this grouping right here. So I'll probably, that'll be my next group to do, get some color on the subject. Okay, so that was another one I worked on. Then I have my I don't know what to call it. It's my piece on Alaska, the one by Margaret Walduck. I'm not sure, but anyway, it is one that I was doing. Taryn and Sherry were doing, sorry, my mind went blank there for a minute. Taryn and Sherry were doing their Texas panorama ones, and I had this Alaska one, so I pulled it out and we were gonna get them all done at the same time. Well, obviously, I think both of them are done with their Texas ones, and since I didn't get to go to the retreat, I kind of didn't push myself to get this done. But I did work on it some more. And this is how far I got. It's getting close, actually. So this is my Alaska piece. This is where I've gotten so far. I really wish there was a monitor up above my head so I could see what I was showing you guys, but I think you're seeing it pretty good. So this is how far I've gotten on the Alaska piece, and it's got some real cute little motifs in there, like the gold panner, the sea lion, the cabin, the whale, the eagle. I'm working over here and coming on. There's a bear and a few other things, and of course the Alaska flag. So it is being worked on, and it will get finished here. Maybe even my next sitting will finish that one because it goes really fast. I mean, there's a there's a totem pole here. Oh, and there's a float plane, which my family, there's three float planes in my family. My dad and two of my brothers. Oh, and actually a nephew has one. So, yep, and that pretty much hits home for me. Okay, next I worked more on the summer fruits, the DMC kit, and I did what I got done this time was this part here. I worked more on that there, and I think it's been a while. Like I said, it's been 4 months, so it's been a while since I actually worked on this. So to know exactly what part I did, because I didn't go back and watch my last video to see where I was, but all I know is I got the picture done. Picture right. I got this picture, this picture right here done. And I think I did more up there on the little cups and the flower, and then on the background, you know, kind of looks like it's far away part. But anyway, so this is how the whole thing looks. It's getting there. I'm almost done. I just wish my screen was bigger or something. But anyway, maybe I'll just go closer up and show you how it's turning out. I still got more to do on the flower, and I got a lot more to do on that background right there in the part in the middle. But then I've got the pretty much all that done, and the bottom is done. I just have to put the fringe on the little picnic blanket down there. So that's getting close. I'm close to finish. In fact, I've gotten a lot of things recently that have gotten close to finishes, and so I'm kind of getting excited to get some of them done, but then I want to start all these things. In fact, I ordered something the other day, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. And I cannot wait for that to get here, because I don't know, I may start working on that, and then unless it drives me crazy, I might work on that one, you know, one-on-one till it's done. And then my granddaughter was here last summer, and she is 12. She'll be 13 here in a couple months. But anyway, so I asked her if there was anything she would like for me to stitch for her, and I would get it to her for her birthday. And so she says, oh, I like this. So we looked on the internet, we found it, and what she found was a needlepoint project, but she loves Husky Puppies. And so what I found was this Husky Puppy needlepoint thing. And as you can see, I have done mostly all of the blue sky. And then, of course, guess what? Ran out of threads. So I've had to order some more threads. And why? Oh, I know why. Let me go this way. Let me show you these puppies all the way over, so you can see the whole picture. But anyway, and then of course I got a little bit of the, let me see, it's over here, a little bit of the snow done too. And so I'm getting there on this, just doing the basket weave needlepoint on it, and I got a little bit. Well, I'm going around his ears. Haven't started on the dogs at all, but I really, after working on that, and the needle is some big and honking needle. Look at how big that thing is. And I just, let me tell you, going from needlepoint with probably a, I don't know, if I would normally work with a 26 in cross stitch, this had got to be like a 14 in needlepoint. And when I picked my cross stitch needle back up, I felt like it was the tiniest thing in the world. It was really kind of sad, but I got it done. And so I'm waiting on more yarn for that, and when I get that, I'll probably start working on that again for her. Her birthday's the end of May, and hopefully she'll get it by then. If not, I'll just give it to her whenever. So then I also spent some time working on, let me pull out the picture so you can see it, one of my other sals, which is the Cornwall Cottage Sampler. It's also one of my favorite things to work on. I, of course, am changing all the colors in this. It doesn't resemble this color at all. The basket will be a dark brown basket though, but everything else is changed. And this is it. And well, let me show you on here because it'll be easier. I had gotten to about here and on all the top and down to about here done before. Well, I started working on it and I got pretty much this finished. Over here I went down and I've gotten some of the lettering done. So I really, when I started working on this, I did a lot of work, and I'm real happy with my progress on it. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it to you all at once or not, because it's a big one. So let me see what I can do here. I'll just show it to you in sections. I mean, it's really, let's see, okay, kind of, you can kind of see how big it is. So let me first show you that on this side, down below, I got from here down, got all that inner border done. I got that big motif done here, and I got it to where I could start down at the bottom on the letters and on the inner row here. So I started that, and and I also then on the other side of the thing, I had this part much done. So then I got all of this done, all that inner border down, and I got the inner border to the point that I could start going across and across. I went across, and I actually met up the first time. I cannot tell you how much of a happy dance that was when those borders met up there in the center at the bottom, because if they hadn't, I don't know what I would have done. This is the kind of thing that I guess I probably could have fudged it a little bit and made a motif a different size, you know, than originally, but it matched up perfectly. Here's a close-up of my letters. And of course, as everybody knows, they're going fast. So I just have the bottom little bit on the side there, the bottom row to do. And then of course, my center, where the basket goes, I have nothing. So the big basket, which will be a lot of work, that is what's going to happen next. But somehow I'll get it all into a big, so it shows one of these days. But I'm just really happy with the fact that it is just moving along really well. And just to show you another time, I still have a little bit here, then I have to go across down here. And then that basket. And then this one will be done, and oh, I'm so looking forward to getting this beautiful thing on the wall. Okay, the next one that I worked on is one that I picked up at a Joann sale. You know how they have the 50% off, and then there was another 20% off your total purchase. And so I ended up getting this, and I thought it was going to be something I'd work on when I was in waiting rooms or whatever, but I really don't do that anymore. I'm mostly at home, so I decided to start it at home. I did. This is what it is. I got it because it was so colorful, and I thought, oh, this will be, and it's on 14 count Ada, or 16 count. I think it's 14, but I'm not positive. Either 14 or 16, because that's usually what I work on. And I just thought, oh, a lot of times after working on linen or that needlepoint, I just need a palette cleanser, which is what Ada does for me. It just gives my mind a break, and it's just so simple. And this one was so colorful. So started it, loved it, kept working on it, and pretty soon it's almost done. I have It's big too, so I'm gonna have to show it to you in parts. But let me see if I can get a big kind of overall view of how much I've done. I'm doing the back stitching as I go because, as you can see, there is a ton of back stitching. And anyway, there's the sunflower. That's one of my favorite flowers. And of course the tulip, bird's nest. I'm not a person who really likes, or not likes, but I like florals with, and you know, colorful things. I'm not too crazy about doing things like butterflies and bees and things all fluttering around the flowers. One reason is because when I was about 9, my dad and one of his male friends, a family friend, took all of us kids, his kids, and of course my brothers and me, to go berry picking. And so we drive out in the country and we find this nice field and we're gonna go pick, I don't know what it was at all, but so the girl and that family and we took off running to go pick these berries. We ran right into a hornet's nest, on the ground one, and we were covered with hornets and were stung each. I think I was stung about 20 times. I don't remember how many times she was, you know, rushed to the hospital. Never liked bees, never wanted to stitch a bee, but I did it for this. I did it for this one. There it is. Didn't kill me. But usually if there are bees on a cross stitch piece and I want to do it, I will do it without the bees. So anyway, that's my bee story, and that's why bees and I don't get along that much. Here's a pretty daffodil, columbine, one of my favorite flowers, the bleeding heart. And then there's an iris. The missing, I think it's a geranium. Yeah, is where that missing one will go. And then of course I do have to finish up some more when I get down to the bottom, because underneath the sunflower there's another row of flowers. And so that is my colorful design works piece. That is, it's just gorgeous. I love it. Okay.
What are you doing? What? Hi. Oh, okay. You got a lot going on there, little boy. Yeah? Want this back? Oh! Where's Daddy? Daddy! Daddy!
He's crazy.
You want to step out? No, you want this back up? Oh no, you want this out? Oh, good boy. Good boy. Pants are long for you, huh? You shorty. Oh.